degradation happens to the ecosystems across the globe has resulted in ecological imbalance, environmental disasters, climate change, and loss of biodiversity. The species and biodiversity cannot be conserved alone. It has to be conserved within each and every micro ecosystem across the world. And biodiversity provides the ecological balance, balance of nutrients, balance of climate, and that support sustainable livelihood of all human populations in the world. Planting a tree anywhere cannot be termed as a process of ecosystem restoration or eco-restoration. The exact species in exact niche and the bioclimate is very important. So we need to adopt some protocol for eco-restoration process. Global studies indicate the massive propagation and massive planting of tree species across large areas, not exactly doing the purpose of ecosystem restoration, and it has been criticized as some of the green wash to accommodate the carbon fund and climate change adaptation. If you take an example of massive propagation of a species from a particular location and large scale planting in vast areas, so the result could be loss of genetic diversity of the species and it can intrude into other species niches. So we need to adopt a simple and viable protocol for eco-restoration. 2 decade-long careful observation and experimentation in the Western Ghats region, especially in the Anomalais and Chalakudi river basins along the riparian forest and different ecosystems. Each and every eco-restoration process need to have some protocol, some basic principles. This includes the selection of the species, understanding the proper bioclimate and niche for the species, recognize what are the associated species in the habitat, and the process need to have an ecosystem-based approach and integrity with the related landscape, river basin, and into the geographical region within a nation, within a continent, or within a biological hotspot. The scientific procedure for understanding niche of a species, its potential areas through niche modeling or similar kind of species distribution modeling, and profiling of the community compositions into two-dimensional, three-dimensional model can be a good tool if we have a very scientific understanding about the species and if you have enough time. But at the same time, you can select an ecosystem that is closer to the area you are targeting for restoration. You can look at the species composition there, their spatial distribution with respect to other species, and that can be taken as a model. And you can select parental tree for collecting seeds, developing saplings, and planning for the eco-restoration. This has to be the minimum mandate of eco-restoration procedure when we start doing the practice of eco-restoration. To propagate this message of ecosystem restoration across, this year we have adopted a slogan: local gene pools in local nurseries for ecosystem restoration and climate resilience. Through this slogan, we propose each and everyone should collect some seeds of your native places and have small nurseries in local area and promote this idea. This can support the genetic diversity, species diversity, and also the real essence of ecological restoration without going through massive planting, massive propagation in the name of ecosystem restoration.